You're trying, like you're not rich in any way. And that's actually the reason I retired, because I woke up one day and I thought, I'm giving 6 hours a day of absolute focus and energy to this.
Although often caught up in several controversial situations, you simply can't deny that there's something about Andrew Tate. Love him or hate him, he's impressively gone from being obscure to always dominating the internet and news headlines. In mid-2022, he was one of the most looked up people on the internet, and it's not just because he's super wealthy. If anything, his net worth is only a little fraction of what's interesting about him. He's the self-proclaimed king of hustlers, and he's just as notorious for being opinionated as he is for being wealthy. That's why today, we're looking at all the factors that helped boost Tate to the top of the internet, and just exactly how wealthy he is underneath it all. Background, early life, and kickboxing career. Born in 1986 in the UK, Tate's family were definitely far off from the lifestyle he's built himself. His father, Emery Tate, was an African-American chess international master, while his mother worked as a catering assistant to raise him and his younger brother Tristan. Unfortunately, his parents broke up and his mother moved with both brothers to England, where they were raised in the Christian faith. As a child, Tate initially took up interest in chess from the age of 5 and even went on to participate in many adult tournaments. However, it seems he's always had a strong alpha male energy, because his interest in chess wasn't long term. He started kickboxing training at the tender age of 6, and by the time he was a teenager in 2007, he dived into the world of kickboxing properly. Now, a career where you try to plant your feet on your opponent's face for a living, that's definitely more on brand for Andrew Tate. He has an impressive record of 76 wins against a paltry 9 defeats, with 23 of those wins ending with his opponents passing out cold from total knockouts. The International Sport Kickboxing Association ranked Tate as the 7th best light heavyweight kickboxer in Britain in November 2008, and in 2009, Tate went for the throne, winning his first championship, the British ISKA Full Contact Cruiserweight Championship, raising his rank to the #1 kickboxer in his division in all of Europe. Andrew phased out of kickboxing gradually, but he continued to compete successfully until December 2020, when he competed in his final kickboxing match, defeating Cosmin Lingurar via a second-round total knockout before retiring. According to Andrew Tate himself, despite being a 4-time world champion, the most money ever received for a bout of kickboxing was about $100,000. Online influence. Although Tate was a king of the ring in the boxing world, he was unknown to the world at large. But that changed in 2016 when he appeared on the British reality show Big Brother during its 17th series. During his time on the show, he got caught up on some homophobic and racist remarks he'd made on Twitter, and this got him some unwanted attention. 6 days later, his reputation shot up even further with the release of a clip of him hitting a woman with a belt. Unsurprisingly, the show's producers couldn't have him on the show anymore, and he was let go, although Tate and the woman involved later claimed that they were friends and that the actions in the video were consensual. But this little dip into controversy was just the start of the Andrew Tate onslaught. One could even argue that Tate spends a lot of time engaging in pretty hot flamed arguments, and because he's always on the unpopular side, his opinions blew up and he became very popular. For instance, during the Harvey Weinstein sexual abuse cases, Tate went on Twitter to share his view on how he believes sexual assault victims share responsibility for their assaults. In another instance, he tweeted that depression isn't real. And in yet another interview, Tate described himself as sexist and a misogynist, claiming that he had "f*** you" money and that it could not be taken away from him. The White Ribbon Campaign, a non-profit organization opposing male-on-female violence, called out Tate on his commentary, expressing concerns that his misogynistic comments could irreversibly shape his young male audience. Other groups have also commented that Tate's social media presence might present a dangerous slip road into the far right for his audience. In response to all this criticism, Tate stated that his content includes many videos praising women, and that he mainly aims to teach his audience to avoid toxic and low-value people as a whole. He further stated that he plays a comedic character, and that people believe absolutely false narratives about him. Of course, despite his intentions, all these topics only landed Tate in the Twitter war zone, and he became even more popular. In fact, his Twitter account was banned due to all the controversial comments he was always making. In November of 2022, after the acquisition of Twitter by Elon Musk, Tate's Twitter account was unbanned. But this didn't quite lead to a happy ending for him. If anything, it brought him even more trouble. controversy and arrest. A few weeks after getting his account reinstated, Andrew Tate got in people's crosshairs again, but this time it was with a top environmental activist, Greta Thunberg. It all began when she tweeted against his carbon-emitting automobiles, to which he asked for her email address to give her more information. Greta replied with the fake email address, smallenergy@getalife.com, which curiously incensed Andrew Tate as he made a video in reply. In the video, he was wearing a Versace robe, smoking a cigar, and being handed 2 boxes of pizza from a popular Romanian pizza chain. However, just a day later, Tate was arrested in Romania on charges of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. According to several reports, the pizza boxes seen in the video may have helped the Romanian police locate him. The authorities reportedly used the video as proof that he was in the country, and Tate got arrested, allowing Greta to have the last laugh, which she did by tweeting a quip about Tate's arrest, saying, "This is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes," a joke in response to Andrew Tate's taunting remarks about not caring about his impact on the environment. It turns out the Romanian police had their eyes on Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan for a while. The brothers were accused of holding women captive against their will, and the Romanian police investigation yielded not 1, not 2, but 4 women, with 2 of them claiming they were being held against their will. DCOT, the Romanian anti-organized crime agency, alleges that the Tates recruited women using the Loverboy method and forced them to create explicit content for websites like OnlyFans. And the allegations got steeper with other charges that the brothers were part of an organized crime group. During their arrest, the police seized some of the assets of the Tate brothers, estimated to be worth around $6.6 million, including a blue Rolls-Royce worth an estimated £310,000, a McLaren 765LT valued up to £410,000, and the Bugatti Chiron worth $2.9 million that Tate used to taunt Greta Thunberg. But there's more. Apparently, Andrew Tate was allegedly caught on wiretaps trying to lobby some politicians to help get him released. The brothers' detention period was extended a bunch of times, but finally they won an appeal and got placed under house arrest instead. However, the case hasn't gone to trial yet, and prosecutors have until late June to decide. And before we proceed to the ultimate part of why Andrew Tate is always trending on the internet, leave a comment below on what you think about the possible final verdict of the case against the Tate brothers, and don't forget to subscribe while you're at it. Financial standing. Here's the final piece of Andrew Tate's history that ties into how he not only became popular and influential, but also how he makes his money. After he transitioned from his kickboxing career into other money-making ventures, Andrew and his brother ran a successful webcam site that prompted him to expand his online presence, especially on social media. Known as MyFreeCams, at its peak, the website is reported to have generated around $600,000 in revenue for the Tate brothers. Moving forward from their webcam business, Andrew and his brother also opened up a casino in Romania when he was in his early 30s, and it turned out to be a huge hit. According to credible sources, he's got more than a dozen casinos that bring in over $1 million in profit each month. All these successes tied into his image, and Andrew began to portray himself as a self-help expert who aimed to liberate men from society's limitations, while also criticizing women who tried to dominate men. Leveraging on his fame, Andrew launched a controversial Discord-based Hustlers University. The program claims to offer mentorship, coaching, and advice to young men on how to succeed in life, and it charges a monthly subscription fee of $50 and has over 100,000 members at its peak, making an estimated $5 million per month. Andrew also runs a members-only platform called The War Room, which costs $5,000 to join. But beyond being a cash cow, these platforms served as a way of promoting Andrew Tate on social media, as members are promised high commissions for referring new members. Participants in Hustler University were reportedly advised to post provocative clips of Andrew Tate on their social media pages, stoke controversy, and generate arguments and strong sentiments. With Tate himself always being in controversial limelight, all these factors merged to push him into the social media limelight. And as of June 2022, he had more Google searches than Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian combined. As for his finances, Andrew Tate's net worth is estimated to be between $250 million and $710 million, depending on the source of the estimate. Andrew himself finds it difficult to determine the exact value of his net worth and his companies if they were liquidated, but he believes they could be worth between $300 and $350 million. In addition to his companies, Andrew has other assets like houses, cars, and luxury items, which significantly contribute to his net worth beyond his company valuations and thus making him super wealthy, a fact he never lets anyone forget. And since you watched this video to the end, you might want to check out this next one.